Welcome to the Explainer. Our entire planet sustains life through this incredibly delicate balance of three critical systems: the atmosphere, the hydrosphere, and the lithosphere. So today, we're going to break down the fundamental importance of these three essentials: clean air, fresh water, and healthy land, and see exactly how they interlock to keep our Earth and us thriving. Let's get right into it.
Here is our quick roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the invisible magic of air. Second, we'll follow the fresh water journey. Third, we'll dig into soil, our planet's super kitchen. And finally, we'll talk about protecting our planet.
Section 1. The invisible magic of air. The very first essential.
Think of air as the silent engine of life. Even though it's completely invisible to our eyes, the atmosphere is just this relentless provider. Literally, every single breath fuels our cellular processes. It gives humans, plants, and animals the biological energy we absolutely need to function and grow. Without this constant, steady flow of clean air, that vibrant, kinetic energy simply wouldn't exist.
But we're facing a pretty stark global contrast when it comes to this invisible resource. On one hand, you've got optimal air quality, those clear skies that allow ecosystems to remain incredibly vibrant and resilient. But on the flip side, industrial emissions and particulate matter are actively degrading our atmosphere. And hey, it's not just about things looking bad aesthetically. Airborne pollutants actively compromise our respiratory health and totally disrupt local plants and wildlife. It's a huge deal.
Moving right along to Section 2, the freshwater journey, our second essential.
So check out this never-ending hydrological cycle. From evaporation up to the clouds, down as rain, and then right back into our rivers and oceans. This is exactly how the Earth manages its fresh water. And while it's this brilliant self-sustaining system, we've got to remember something crucial. The fresh water we can actually capture and use, it's a highly finite resource. Our entire global infrastructure leans on it heavily every single day.
And the tough reality is that finite resource isn't evenly accessible. Right now, we are facing a massive global struggle when it comes to sanitation. There are entire communities out there that completely lack access to safe waste disposal and clean drinking water. This literally forces individuals to travel miles every single day just to source water that's actually safe enough to consume. Bridging this infrastructure gap, well, it's easily one of our biggest global hurdles.
But here's the crucial, uplifting point. This challenge is absolutely not being ignored. Researchers, engineers, and policymakers all over the world are coordinating their efforts. Their hard work directly underpins the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 6, which is all about ensuring clean water and sanitation access for all. It's a massive, super targeted effort to stabilize this vital resource for everyone, no matter where they happen to live.
All right, Section 3, Soil, the Super Kitchen. This brings us to our third essential.
I absolutely love this analogy. Think of nutrient-rich soil as a massive biological super kitchen. Just like a master chef requires the absolute best raw ingredients, our crops rely completely on healthy land to thrive. This fertile soil provides these incredibly complex microbiomes and all the essential nutrients, stuff like nitrogen and phosphorus, that are required to actually yield the agricultural products sustaining our global food systems. Basically, when the land is nutrient-dense, the whole food web wins.
But what happens when that soil degrades? Whether it's from throwing trash on the ground, relying way too heavily on synthetic chemicals, or just poor waste management, that delicate balance is so easily disrupted. And when this biological super kitchen shuts down, plants can't grow, agricultural yields drop, and local wildlife lose their homes. It fundamentally fractures the health of our entire ecosystem.
Which brings us to Section 4, protecting our planet and taking real action. This is where environmental stewardship comes into play. What does that actually mean? Well, it means adopting conscious, sustainable habits so we can responsibly care for and protect the Earth's natural gifts. You see, it's not just about understanding the data, it's about shifting our behavior. True stewardship requires us to take measurable daily steps to make sure these three biospheric essentials stay stable for future generations.
So, let's take a quick pause and reflect on how our daily lives intersect with these pillars. Ready for a quick quiz? Think about a wind turbine, a drinking glass, and an apple. Where do they belong? Well, the wind turbine directly harnesses the kinetic energy of our atmosphere. That simple glass of water? That's the end product of some very complex hydrological management. And the apple is the direct, delicious result of nutrient cycling in our soil. It's a super clear reminder that literally everything we engineer and everything we consume ties directly back to these three environmental baselines.
To wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a real challenge. We've traced the mechanics of our atmosphere, we've followed the journey of our fresh water, and we've dug into the biology of our soil. Given how heavily our modern world leans on these finite systems, what conscious promise will you make to our Earth today? Whether that's rethinking your water footprint, taking a closer look at your consumer habits, or advocating for better policies, the future resilience of our planet's essentials is dictated entirely by the choices we make next. So what's your next move?